Anyway, so we got some new patch notes today. This is going to be for the PTR that's occurring from August 19th to the 26th. This is going to be for Season 10. Yeah, Season 10. So there's some cool stuff with this. I'm excited. So, Infernal Hordes Reborn. That's going to be the theme here. Infernal Hordes are hotter than ever. We're dialing up the intensity on this incendiary mode. Infernal Hordes Refined. We've done significant rework of Infernal Offerings revealed between each wave. So you guys remember those like boons? Those boons and banes. So those are getting reworked a little bit. Goal is to try to make all offerings feel valid as choices for you as you start to stack them and focus on your run. So I wonder what they're going to do with spires. I didn't see any details here, as well as like with the patch notes down below. Didn't see anything with like the spires or anything. But we'll find out on the PTR. We're doing this by balancing existing offerings, changing the effects of some offering, and adjusting base monster populations. At the start of the Infernal Hordes, you now start with Infernal Offering to immediately stoke the embers and breathe some fire into your run. So it looks like we're going to start with an extra little boon at the start, so that's cool. Yeah, class-specific powers seems interesting. The Fell Council. The Fell Council has had some promotions when fighting them. One of their members will now be designated council speaker and gain enhanced abilities. So that's kind of cool. Sounds like it'll be a little bit tougher. Chaos monsters. Hell has unearthed a new monster family from deep its horde maw. Born of smoke and brimstone, these chaos monsters provide a powerful shrine-like buff when killed. I guess that's what they look like here. There's like a portal right there. Yo, what's up, Santuza? What's up, Butter? Yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, whoops. Add block message. Chaos waves. Hellfire brews. The dastardliest maladies. Within the Infernal Hordes, you'll occasionally be offered the choice of a Chaos Wave with the Infernal Hordes from your Infernal offerings. You can expect an amount of Chaos Waves offered relative to the Infernal Horde compass tier each time you enter the Infernal Hordes. Okay. So you'll have like a choice. If it pops up, you want to choose it or not, if you're feeling confident. Chaos Waves completely alter the upcoming wave, imbuing havoc and intense challenge. These waves will have significantly increased difficulty, but reward far more Aether should you be able to survive. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Chaos Waves will have many different combinations to discover and master. Dodge deadly projectiles from Chaos Rifts, slay a rampaging Hellworm, or hunt down erratic Aether Goblins. Chaos awaits. Yeah, so there's the worm right there. Looks like they're popping up. Are they attacking you? That's kind of cool. Yeah, these would spawn before, like randomly, but they would never attack you. They're just like the ones similar to Helltide, or they just like dump a bunch of monsters at you. That's cool though. Looks like your stomach asking for food. Feed me. Fight Bartuk, the Warlord of Blood. Rather than facing off against the Fell Council, you can choose to risk your hard-earned Aether and throw down against the insidious reborn Bartuk to complete your Infernal Hordes run. So it's an option. You can either go to the regular, or you pay some Aether and you go fight Bartuk instead for increased rewards. Pretty cool. The Fleeting Hordes. You're introducing a warming version of the Infernal Hordes to burn through earlier in your character journey. The pre-Torment tiers, you'll play a modified version of Infernal Hordes to slay through before reaching Torment difficulties. Fleeting Hordes will be 4 waves in total, with limited Infernal offerings to keep the packs of vicious goblins under control. Upon completing the 4 waves, you'll fight 2 Fell Council members before you can spend your hard-earned Aether for rewards. Okay, so we're going to be able to do Infernal Hordes pre-Torment, so that's like another way to level. No, not Bartuk. Yeah. Right here, Bartuk. Bartuk beckons. Yeah, this guy right here. A lot of attacks going on here. That's pretty cool though. Like the Sin weapon. Yeah. The assassin weapon from D2. An infamous Vejiri warlord, known for his acts of cruelty, performed in the Mage Clan Wars. Bartuk's perversion knows no bounds. He returns to Sanctuary with a new title, Warlord of Chaos. Hey, good to see you, Zeki. It's going good, bro. How are you? You like Bartok better? Or Bardock? Each member of your party will need to spend Aether to fight the infamous Vizjeri Bartuk, who once known as the Warden of Blood. First player who chooses sets the decision for the rest of the party. Bartuk will harness chaos portals to shoot projectiles at your location. Master his tactics. Enter these chaos portals tactically to gain the upper hand. Upon defeating, Bartuk's rewards will appear on the ground, so you do not have to spend additional Aether to claim these spoils. Yo, what's up, Killer Man? Perversion knows no bounds. Amen, brother. What's up, Sean? Yeah, it seems like it uses Aether for everyone. So, yeah, whoever's like the first in the party to choose it, you're using your Aether if they choose it. Yeah, it's a typo, Lid. That's a typo. This looks pretty cool, though. That looks pretty cool. Yo, what's up, Exiled? Alright, alright. Now we got something new here. Harness Entropy with Chaos Armor. The only certainty is that nothing is certain. No entity is free from Chaos's grasp. Human, Haradrim, angel, or demon all dance in its path, so rather than succumb to its erratic forces, harness this untapped power for yourself. A new unique armor type, Chaos Armor, has entered Sanctuary. So look at that. You can get BLT on gloves, for example. Pretty interesting, and it has like a little bit more power on the unique aspect of it. Pretty interesting. Chaos Armor is a more powerful version of existing unique items that come with a diabolical twist. Chaos Armor are unique items that appear as more powerful counterparts for other item slots, leading to entirely new ways of dispensing carnage. Chaos Armor can appear for the following item slots: helmet, chest, gloves, pants, boots. So it looks like no weapons, no rings. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, bacon, lettuce, tomato, bro. Yeah, dude, it's gonna make the item chase for late game pretty crazy, I think. Okay. Chaos Armor will only appear as an item fit for anything other than its original slot. For example, Flicker Step won't have a Chaos Armor for boot slot. Chaos unique powers are also more potent than their normal counterpart. Always appear at maximum power and have at least one greater affix. Yeah, no weapons or jewelry. Except, seems like amulets, though. Didn't include that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. It's going to push out boots and defense armor. I was like, dude, how can I get Tal Rashes on my pants? Or, like, something similar. Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, for example, you could have Fist of Fate drop as a helmet instead of gloves, allowing you to equip a different set of unique gloves to compound those affixes in a combination that was previously unavailable. Yeah, jewelry but can't be on jewelry. Yeah, that's more distinct. Yeah. Yeah, it's 120% now. That's cool. That's pretty cool. The following uniques will be available as Chaos uniques. Okay, you got BLT, Chronolution, Endurant Faith, Fist of Fate. I'm not going to go through all these. Yeah, feel free to pause if you want to check these out at your leisure. See, Tempest Roar. This one's interesting. If I have time, I want to try out Druid. Because then this opens up the helmet slot, too, for, like, Tornado. That could be kind of fun. Yeah, I got your Necromancer here. Rogue. Sorcerer. Yeah, no Tal Rosh is included here, unfortunately. Yeah. So something not mentioned here, but it was mentioned in the sit-down chat. These items will be account bound, so you won't be able to trade them. Yes, they will be account bound. What else? The best place to find them apparently is going to be Infernal Hordes when you kill Bartuk, I believe. Yeah, so that's like another thing. Read each line. No. I'm going to be here all night, dude. Yo, what's up, Filthy? Yeah. I'll give us something to chase for. So I could see this, like, you got your ancestral version of the build, you got your mythic version of the build, then you got like a very niche chaos version of the build. Another thing is, these won't be going into the base game. This is like a seasonal thing only. Yeah. I'm probably still gonna hoard. Hey, doing good though, man. Doing good. We got some interesting patch notes today for the next PTR. Seems pretty cool. All right, so up next, Seal Chaos Rifts. These guys look kind of cool. Pretty cool looking. Yeah, after the season, they'll be gone. Yep. No, I didn't admit to hoarding. No, what are you talking about? Lies. Strange portals of crackling energy have appeared across Sanctuary, unleashing the Burning Hell's Legion through their open maw. Chaos Rifts materialize in a few different ways. Chaos Rifts will appear in the open world of Sanctuary within Helltide, killing the demons pouring from them, and seal them away for a variety of wards. They're a great source of chaotic loot, giving you additional experience, gems, and chaos armor and torment difficulties. So Helltide, another source. In extremely rare cases, when playing in torment difficulties, you may even come across a mythic Chaos Rift. Ah, that's cool. Chaos Rifts and Nightmare Dungeons. These Nightmare Dungeons are rife with Chaos Rifts. These are bountiful sources of fleeting hordes compasses. Okay. So we're probably going to have like an affix that has like Chaos Rifts or something. So we can target those there, and then also compasses as well. So yeah, not just Helltides, not just Helltides. And then Exiled with the 115 streak. Did not confirm. Did not confirm. Yeah, this is next week. This will be next week. Wield Chaos perks. Okay, so that's kind of what they look like here. Looks like, I think these are the unique ones, right? This is unique. This is a magic, a rare, a legendary. So you get like three powers plus a unique power. That's what it looks like here. Something incredible has descended upon Sanctuary, imbuing your abilities with devastating effect. Chaotic magic distorts all that it touches, even you. Chaos is of course chaotic, and these perks often come at a price for the power they provide. Chaos perks change how your skills function. Harness your finest buildcraft to create devastating combinations. There are 4 different rarities: magic, rare, legendary, unique. Additionally, you can equip 3 unique or non-unique perks at once and 1 unique perk. Yo, what's up, Tony? Yeah, perks, not powers. In addition to the perks every class can use, each class has access to a set of perks that are exclusive to them. So there's class-specific ones. Each class has access to 16 perks, 4 of each rarity, and 4 class-specific perks. Yeah, so you get only have 1 unique, and then you got like 3 other ones. You can choose whichever, like generic or class specific, it looks like. And there's also, I believe there's like a unique, generic, and then unique class. There's like 1 unique for every class, it looked like. So you got magic ones here, invigorating attacks. Every 5 seconds, your next basic skill generates an additional 50 to 100% of your maximum primary resource, but your basic skills deal reduced damage. That's interesting. Accelerating Chaos. Lucky hit. Damaging an enemy has up to 10% chance to trigger a chaotic burst on the enemy, dealing 200 to 400% damage. Your chaotic bursts that hit an enemy reduce a random active cooldown by half a second. Kind of interesting. Oh yeah, the all shouts act. That one seems pretty cool too. Unstable power. Chaotic magic erupts from your basic skills, making them guaranteed crit and overpower for 50 to 100% increased damage, but the power is unstable, giving them a 3-second cooldown. Frenzy back on the menu? No, maybe. Okay, so we got some rare ones. Is that all the magic ones? Those are all the generic magic ones right here. So there's 3 generic magics. Okay, then we got the generic rares. Erupting Chaos. Chaotic bursts randomly erupt around you, dealing 200 to 400% increased damage of your highest damage type. Your chaotic bursts also deal 100% of their initial damage over 4 seconds. Yeah, 4 buttons. Yeah. Charge. You never know. Maybe work charge into frenzy. I didn't see any like charge specific changes though. Power Siphon. Your core skills deal increased damage, but also reduce your maximum current resource for 6 seconds. This reduction stacks, but does not refresh. That's interesting. Alternating alterations. It sounds like a class title in game, or like your player title. Casting a core skill typo empowers your next non-channeled cast of a different core skill, refunding 50% of its resource cost and dealing increased damage. Okay. Then we got our legendary ones here. Marred Guard. You can no longer be healed above 50% life. You gain 5 to 10% maximum resource to all elements, or resistance. 20 to 40% armor, and 50 to 100% increased barrier and fortify gen. Seems pretty tanky. Chaotic cooldowns. Casting a skill with the cooldown will randomly set its cooldown between 2 seconds and its base cooldown. You can no longer benefit from cooldown reduction. Using a cooldown unleashes a chaotic burst, dealing damage of your highest damage type. Seems pretty interesting too for something with like a long cooldown. Interesting. Crazy Brew. Your healing potion is infused with the power of chaos, granting you 100% resource cost reduction, increased attack speed, increased movement speed as well for 4 seconds. Your healing potion has a 10-second cooldown, and you can drink it at full life. Seems pretty cool too. This seems like similar to the idea that I had if you had unique belts, or you added belt slots to the game, and you added like implicits for potions. Yeah, it seems interesting. Okay, that's it for the legendaries. Unique. These are the generic unique ones still. Chaos Unleashed. Killing an enemy generates 2 stacks of chaos. Dealing direct damage to a boss generates 5 stacks of chaos. At 100 stacks, unleash a salvo of 9 chaotic bursts, dealing 300 to 500% of your highest damage type. Your chaotic bursts gain 20% crit chance and deal 50 to 100x increased damage. Oh yeah, I think Hydra's gonna be pretty good too. Yeah, we'll see. I want to do lightning, but yeah, we're gonna try everything. Brawn over brains. Gain the following: increased life, healing received, and a multiplier to your overpower damage. However, your maximum resistances are reduced by 25%, and your damage reduction from armor is capped at 60%. Ooh, so take a hit to your defenses, but you gain life and extra overpower damage. Interesting. Beast Cornered. For every 10% life you are missing, gain increased damage and damage reduction. That's kind of cool. Wonder if there's going to be like some low life builds popping up. Oh wait, I think I have an idea. With that Sork one later. Okay, hold on. Spending, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Spending resource also drains a percentage of your life equal to 30% of resources spent. Refunding those resources, this cannot reduce you below 10% life. Interesting. Okay, then we have the class-specific ones. I think they, we'll see the ball lightning. We'll go over all that stuff. There's like some ball lightning changes too. Brew stream comments. Alright, Barbarian. Dual Threat. This is the magic one. Casting a basic skill also uses another equipped basic skill at the target, dealing percent of the normal damage. That seemed kind of interesting. So I'm casting Frenzy at the same time. Maybe I'm doing like Bash as well. Or Lunging Strike Bash. Raging Chaos. Rare. While you are not healthy, you are berserking, and your core skills deal fire damage and an additional chaotic burst of a 100% to 200% fire damage. Deafening Chorus, legendary. Your equipped shouts are now always active with 20 to 40% increased effect, but your maximum current fury is reduced by 20% per shout equipped. That seems pretty cool. I can't unhighlight this. Okay, there we go. 95. Yeah, I think Lightning's going to be solid still. Lunging Strike and Flay, you think? That could be a good combo too. Okay. I got this. Single-Minded Fury. This is the unique one. If you only have one arsenal weapon type equipped, gain the following. Get Overpower, increased bleed duration, increased maximum life, and increased damage. Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, it's a cool quality of life, that's for sure. Don't have to cast a shout, so you get like perma rallying cry, so all unstoppable always. Interesting. Okay, on to Druid. Overabundance, this is the magic one. Every 50 spirit you generate above your maximum increases your damage by 10 to 20% for 5 seconds. This bonus stacks, but does not refresh. Kind of cool. Purge the Infected. Here's the rare one for Druid. Their core skills also apply 100 to 200% of their base damage as poisoning over 4 seconds. Dealing direct damage to the poison enemy spends 5 spirit to be a guaranteed critical strike. Wild Transformations, legendary. Shapeshifting into a new form uses a free skill and grants an additional bonus for 5 seconds. Werewolf uses Blood Howl. You get crit damage. Werebear using Debilitating Roar, gain damage reduction. Human using Cyclone Armor, gain attack speed. I like the Blood Howl there. Seems kind of cool. Yeah, free skill, huh? Dude, yeah. Always unstoppable. Always capped on resource. Always berserking. Giga life, yeah. That's gonna be wild, dude. Savagery, here's the unique one. Your companion skills are altered to also be core skills. Your companions grow in size and gain summon damage. There's a multiplier right there. Yeah. I gotta like deep dive into some druid items. I wonder if there's any like core stuff. Like core skill stuff that could benefit with this, turning them to core skills. Embiggened companions. Alright, Necromancer. True, yeah, Starless benefit. That's a good point. Yeah, Starless, that's right. Necromancer, Grim Reapers. Your skeleton warriors now also use Reap, dealing 50 to 150% of normal damage in addition to their regular attacks. Decimating Desecration. Here's the rare one. Your damage over time effects have a chance equal to your critical strike chance to deal 50 to 100% X increased damage. Interesting. Damage over time. Defile the Dead, legendary. You can consume each corpse twice. Consuming a corpse creates a chaotic burst, dealing shadow damage. Corpse explosion. Oh, true, Air of Perdition as well. Yeah, because that gives core skills. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Alter the Balance. Here's the unique one for Druid. Your base core skills are now empowered as ultimate skills. Cost no essence, but have a 30 to 20 second cooldown. Your base ultimate skills are now altered to also be core skills. Have no cooldown, but cost 70 to 50 essence. Huh. That's kind of interesting. I remember Paganiris is wondering for a... Or he was wishing for a Lacerate build. Maybe would this be it? Huh. Seems interesting, though. That's pretty cool. Rogue. Unpredictable Alchemy. Here's the magic one. Imbuements flow wildly, imbuing every basic skill cast with a random imbuement. Imbued skills deal increased damage. This is kind of cool. I was looking at the rogue crossbow. We'll get to it later. That seems pretty sick, though, too. Yeah, with this as well. That is tempting. Enervated Strikes, rare. You no longer passively generate energy. Gain the following. Chance for Twisting Blades to hit twice. Flurry double damage. Barrage cast twice. Rapid Fire projectiles cast twice. There's a typo right here. It's added. Interesting. Chaotic Grenades. Your stun grenades also trigger Chaotic Burst, dealing physical damage. Chaotic Burst generate 5 energy if they hit an enemy. Hit and Run. Every 15 meters you move grants you 30 to 50x increased damage for 5 seconds. This bonus stacks, but does not refresh. If this bonus is not active, you deal 30% reduced damage. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is definitely a trade-off right there. PTR is next week. Next week. Don't think they have a typo? Oh, it's typo. All right, on to the best class right here, Sorcerer. Explosive combinations, magic. Casting a basic skill increases the damage of your next core skill cast by 30 to 50x, stacking up to 3 times. Bruh. That seems kind of interesting. You have to mess around with that. Advanced techniques. Here's the rare one. Your base core skill ranks increase their mana cost or cooldown by 10% and further increase their damage by 10 to 20%. Yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to use. I think I could make this work, though. We'll see. We'll see. Mana-infused conjurations. Here's the legendary one. Your conjurations are empowered and deal 10 to 30x increased damage, but each one drains 5 mana per second. That's no big deal. Ice Blades attack bursts in an area around the target, so Ice Blades get AoE. Lightning Spear hits have a 10% chance to spawn static ball lightnings. Kind of cool. Familiar leaves damaging ground after its attack. Hydra periodically creates firewalls towards the target. Yeah, Hydra and Lightning Spear, they seem like the cooler ones. And then we got Mana Shield. Here's the unique one for Sorcerer. You have 99% reduced maximum life, but any damage you would take is dealt to your mana before your life. So it reminds me of like a PoE too, like the whole energy shield thing. Or I can't remember. It's like your health goes to 1, and then you use your mana for your HP, and then your energy shield. I can't remember what it was. Like Chaos Inoculation or something. Selling the skill. Yeah, pretty cool though. If you have not taken damage in the last 4 seconds, your mana regen is increased by 5,000%. You gain 200 to 400% increased maximum mana. Each point of intelligence increases your maximum mana by 1. Yeah, this with Hydra seems like it's going to be really good. Hydra with basic perk. See, I was thinking of that, the Vox Omnium, but I don't know if your basic skills casting from that count as you casting it. I'm not sure. It might require you to actually cast it yourself. But that's something we'll have to try. Alright, Spiritborn. Alacrity. Magic. Your basic skills gain increased attack speed. Their dash range is increased by 50%. And their third attack now happens every second attack. Seems kind of cool too. Combined Strikes. Rare. Your base core skills hit additional times in an area larger, or in a larger area for 20 to 40x increased damage, but also have a 10-second cooldown. Basic skills third attack resets the cooldown on your core skills. Back off, legendary. When casting a skill, it deals 30% reduced damage to enemies who are close to you when you cast, and 100 to 200% increased damage to all other enemies. So trying to go more ranged. Convocation of Spirits. That was a weird word. Casting a non-unique or non-ultimate skill has a 1% chance to invoke the spirits of that skill's type, which deal 100% to 200% increased damage. The chance is increased by 1% of your ultimate skill damage up to 10%. Yeah, I want to do hardcore today. Oh, you would still cast the basic? Okay. Okay, so hold on. Before we go to the new unique items, I wanted to look at this real quick. So, Sorcerer, how you have your Mana Shield here, right? 99% reduced maximum life. Right? Okay, now hold on. Where's the other one at? Was that also unique too? On the generic ones? Ah, dang it. It's a unique. Dang it. I was thinking I was going to do this one. Yeah, so Beast... Oh, yeah, because that's unique. Every 10% life you're missing. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Scratch that idea. Yo, what's up, C-Rad? Alright, alright. So here's the new unique items coming out. They have 3 life, yeah. Alright, Barbarian. Saber of Tsaskal. So you have, your inherit is 50% damage, gives you strength, physical damage, core ranks, and a Warpath. I think Warpath was the overpower one. Let's go confirm that. Yeah, this one right here, Warpath. After overpowering, you deal increased damage for 4 seconds. Okay. Then unique power. You gain increased damage for each skill you have equipped, or each damaging skill you have equipped, and an additional 6 to 10% X for 15 seconds when each one of those skills are used. Yeah, we gotta see how this is gonna work. From what I'm reading from right here, it doesn't sound like it's gonna work like Towels, where you can just like cast one skill and refresh the bonuses. It seems like you have to like keep casting them, but who knows? We gotta test it ourselves. All right, Druid. Druid's getting a kilt. Unique pants. Kilt of Blackwing. Maximum life. You get ranks to Ravens. Ravens cooldown reduction. Chance for Ravens to deal double. So this is like the Ravens version of Storm's Companion, it looks like. Unique Druid pants for companions. Unique power. Ravens deal increased damage and shapeshifting into a different form, or activating a companion skill summons a Raven that attacks nearby enemies. Summoning a Raven has a chance to call forth an unkindness for 10 seconds, increasing the number of ravens summoned to 3 for the duration. Alright. So, our ravens. Necromancer, Gospel of the Devotee. Unique focus. Gives you intelligence, maximum life, basic skill attack speed, chance for basic skills to deal double damage. Oh, we're gonna get some Necromancer basics. Unique power. Your basic skills are empowered. Damaging an enemy with the basic skill causes them to take increased damage from your other basic skills for 10 seconds. Oh, that's weird too. Huh. Reap attacks 10% faster. Decompose now spawns a corpse every half second. Hemorrhage triggers an additional burst on the initial target. Bone splinters pierce through enemies. Seems kind of cool. Wonder how good like a basic attack Necker is gonna be. Yeah, Companion Druid looks like it's a good spot next season, too. Alright, Rogue. This one looked pretty sick. This one, I might make a Rogue, too. Orphan Maker. Unique two-handed crossbow. So you have an inherent vulnerable damage here. Ranks to marksman skills. Ranks to exploit. Exploit, was that Vuln? Where's exploit? Down here. Oh no, increased damage to healthy and injured enemies. Okay. And some multiplier too. Chance for marksman skills to cast twice. Then additional vulnerable damage right there. This is where it gets pretty cool. Unique power. Basic and core skills that use this weapon now reload. Reload skills gain increased damage. And every second reload skill gains twice this bonus. New keyword, reload. Skills with reload have a slight delay in which they cannot cast again. Their damage and reload speed benefit from 50% of your attack speed bonus. So this seems interesting to play around with. Yeah, I hope I have more time to play the PTR. Yeah. Gotta make the most of it, man. Sorcerer, Galvanic Azurite, unique ring. So this is, yeah, unique ring. You have all res. Yeah, all res twice on the inherit. That's good. Crit chance, lightning damage, cooldown reduction, ranks to elemental synergies. Which one was that again? Elemental synergies. Let's align the elements. Attunement. Oh, down here. Okay. Frost and Shock Pyromancy damage is increased by a percentage of each skill you have equipped of that type. This bonus is doubled if all of your skills are the same element. Okay, so ranks to that. We take that anyway. Unique power. Lightning damage leaves enemies magnetized for 4 seconds, causing them to emit crackling energy and increase all lightning damage they take from you by 40 to 60%. If two magnetized enemies hit each other with crackling energy, they pull each other together. This seems kind of fun. Yeah, I'll definitely try this out. I think it'd be nicer to get this on, like, pants or something, though, versus a ring. So then you could still use Tal Rashas and Starless. But we'll see. We'll see what we get. And then Spiritborn. Hesha-i Kesungi. Unique gloves. You get attack speed, Vulnerable damage, ultimate cooldown reduction, and then gorilla skill ranks. Oh. Unique power. The protector can be invoked at range and pulls inward with its smashes. Enemies in its area take increased damage from your gorilla skills, doubled while they're knocked down or a boss. Seems like they want to push Crushing Hand a bit. Yeah. Okay, so features offered for testing. Grant all materials, increased material quality. Anything highlighted in blue has been updated since the last PTR. Generic uniques are now always ancestral. That's nice. Because I remember fishing for the generic unique. Oh, so annoying. Good change. You have an option to set your Paragon to 200 as well if you don't want to just go straight 300. That's good. There's like some PTR details there. Yeah, so this PTR is going to be from August 19th to the 26th. This is going to be for PC Battle.net only, though, so not on Steam or console, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much the what you need to know in a nutshell. We're going to go over the patch notes, though, in the next recording here.